Welcome to Real Estate on Track with Alka and Sanjeev Aneja, the brother-sister duo on ITV Gold. And join us every Friday at 8 p.m. or catch the repeat on Sunday at 8 p.m. Send your real estate questions for live answers. Trust On Track Realty, serving clients since 1994. Contact them at 732-494-2211. Our seasoned real estate professionals, Sanjeev Aneja, the lead broker and owner of On Track Realty, having served as the past president, Middlesex County Association of Realtors, New Jersey Realtor of the Year, and New Jersey Real Estate Commissioner, has an impressive legacy of exceeding client expectations. Alongside him, we have Alka Aneja, an award-winning salesperson with 29 plus years of experience. She is also the president of Humbled by Your Service charity and hosts Soul Talks with Alka on YouTube. Together, they provide valuable real estate insights. Welcome once again to ITV Gold. Tell me, how are you guys doing today?
We are doing fantastic. How about you, Pierre?
I am doing wonderful. So let's start with the real estate market being hot, and as is the weather is also very hot outside. So are there certain do's and don'ts for the seller to make sure they get the best possible price?
Yes, the weather is hot. The real estate market is hotter.
Yes.
So whether we can come in and say, oh, it's cold inside, so we can stay inside. Real estate is hot outside, inside, every place. So as far as those tips are concerned for sellers, the number one tip in any market, price your home right. You can do all the marketing in the world, but if you price your home wrong, it's not selling. So that is number one tip in every market. And then I'll defer to Alka to give some more tips on it.
Absolutely. So when you have to place yourself, if you're selling your home, make yourself a buyer for 1 minute and walk into your own home. What happens is when you are selling a home, right, we all become so used to the paint chipped and living like Ram Bharose, right? But when you walk in to see what does my home look like. When as a buyer, does the paint look okay? Is the color too dark? You may like bright colors, but that's not the trend of color. Go to HGTV, see what are the people looking at.
Right. And I think to add to it, Alka, that becomes our job as your realtor.
Yeah.
To also guide you to walk with that neutral eye. See, I go in my home, I may not see that paint chip. But if I go to your home, I will see that paint chip because I've come with a different mindset.
Yes.
I'm not selling my home, I'm not seeing the paint chip. But if I come to your home because you're selling it and you've called us as a professional, we are going to see it. So when we tell you to do X, Y, Z, it's not because we're putting your home down. It's because we want to take it up here. There's a huge difference. Sometimes people say, well, you know what, you were saying all negatives about my home. No, absolutely not. We were guiding you to make it totally positive.
Basically, you want to attract the buyers.
Exactly.
Right?
It's positive feedback. Now, we love Indian food. Our smell in the home is beautiful because you cooked food, Indian food. But imagine somebody coming and not wanting that food. Imagine you are a non-veg and you cook the chicken, but somebody walks in as a total vegetarian. They will not even want to stay there for 1 minute. So those are the things you prepare for before somebody is coming. Or the sacrifices you make of not doing things that would have made somebody stop.
Right. And today's a society of much, immediate gratification. So people don't want to do this themselves. A lot of sellers will tell us, oh, we can give them money for paint, right? Again, it depends on your situation, but 95% of the buyer is looking at the photos and coming in. When they see the photos that are light and bright and the home is decluttered, it's clean, and they don't have to do too much, that's what they want. Because what people don't have today is time. And what they don't have, a lot of people who are buying a home don't have extra cash and time to run around after a handyman, right? So they would rather just have it all done and get a mortgage, even though it's at a higher interest rate.
Right. And the picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yes.
See, you can tell somebody, you go to a car dealership and the car is dirty, full of mud, and the guy says, don't worry, before I deliver it to you, I'll wash it. Or, you know what, I'll give you $10, you can wash it. The car just doesn't look good anymore.
Absolutely.
Same thing with the home. As is, a lot of sellers make a huge mistake of saying, well, but I'm not doing anything, my home is as is. what is the first thing we think when somebody tells us something is as is?
There must be something wrong.
There
There's
must be
must-
something wrong.
Yes.
So never use those words as is. Now, what in as is, we may say there is an furnace that is not working, and that's as is. That's different. But when you say the home is as is, it becomes a huge problem.
Yeah, there's a red flag.
Yeah, there's a red flag because they don't know what you're talking about. They think you know about what everything. You may not know everything. So let the home buyers come in, let them do the inspection, and then we talk about what they find that we didn't even know inside the
That's
home.
right.
What else?
Yeah, and it's curb appeal. I think when the buyer rings your doorbell, they're looking around. They have those few minutes while the agent is opening up the lockbox to look around the house. How does your house look? Is the lawn manicured? Are there weeds in your lawn? Is it power washed? It doesn't take a lot before you put it on the market, but that's so important. If there's spider webs right in your porch, when they're ringing the doorbell, they can see that and they say, oh my God, if this is not maintained, what is going to happen, right? How he always says, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if your little things are not taken care of, then everybody wonders how are the big things going to be taken care of. So you want to make sure that you really truly walk with your realtor and say, okay, you know what? How do I make this better? How do I spend a little bit of money? Because when you spend a little bit of money, the buyer thinks, let's say you spend 10,000. The buyer will say, oh, they must have spent only 5. But if they have to spend the money, they'll think it's 40,000. So there's a different value of money depending on who has to spend it. So make sure you spend it wisely so that you're going to get most return. It's all about return on investment, which we call ROI in real estate.
Right. And lastly, in this whole thing, although there is a list of things when we walk with you on it, lastly we say is know that a good realtor is your friend, not your enemy.
Right.
So let that realtor guide you. Make sure the realtor is not coming and saying this is the give you a high price. You interview 2 or 3 agents and you love the one who gave you the highest price. The agent does not control the sale price. Mm-hmm. It's what the buyer is willing to pay and what the seller is willing to take. But the good agent will guide you. Price it right, the home will sell with multiple offers. Price it wrong, the home will not sell. So if you ever have to look and say, why is my home not selling? The first thing you want to look at is price. The second thing you want to look at is accessibility.
Right.
You can price it right, but you don't let people see the home. You're not available this time, you won't let a lockbox go in, you won't let a sign go in. You don't allow any of that. If you don't allow any of that, the home is not selling, period. So you have to make it accessible completely also. And third, like Alka said, curb appeal and inside feeling good and making sure it smells good and all that, and clutter is not there and stuff like
Even
that. Right?
making sure the clutter is not in the closets.
Yeah,
Because
100%. People open up the closet.
they open up the
Yeah, yeah,
closets,
yeah. They
and
wanna
I
see
have
what's-
seen so many times, when we were looking for home, you just open the closet and things are falling on you, and
Yeah.
you're like, what
That
happened?
see, here's the truth. That happens in our homes too. But we're not selling it.
That's right.
Clutter, sometimes you throw stuff in the closet. But when you're selling, it changes. Now you're looking at the buyer's perspective. So anytime you need that help, need that guidance, we are here for you. Give us a call. We'll obviously guide you. See us as your friend who is not putting your home down, who's really wanting to take your home way above where the buyers want to see it.
Absolutely. And because the more buyers that fight for your home, the higher price you're going to get. It's all about getting 2 people to fight for your home at the end. And that's what leads you the best results.
Right. And for more tips, give us a call. We are happy to help you.
Absolutely, and I feel, if you want to ensure that you're getting a good deal and the price is right, it's always better to go to a real estate agent and just, let them
Right. A
take care
good
of it.
experienced real estate agent, I also would add. Somebody who knows the neighborhood, somebody who's full-time doing it. Many times we say we have a friend, we have a neighbor we are going to use, but they have not done it. You don't need a great surgeon till you need the great surgeon. See, great surgeon is useless if everything goes well, but great surgeon is not useless because he made the process so easy to begin with. He made it look seamless, or she made it look seamless. So good surgeon is necessary, but good surgeon is also necessary if things do go wrong. He or she knows how to correct everything at that
Absolutely.
point, right?
And I definitely would say just, become a part of thriving on-track realty.
We
right.
welcome those words.
And if you need to reach us, you can reach us at 732-494-2211. That's the On-Track office number.
So, Sanjeev ji, you always talk about motivational things. And definitely, I wanted to ask you this question, like, how do you balance your personal life and your work life? Because it's always for me, it's a problem. It sometimes becomes too much. So, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who have the same question too.
I think that's a problem we all have. So Jim Rohn, the speaker that I love the most, I mean, he's no longer there. He used to say, when you're at work, be at work. When you're at play, be at play. What we do is we go to the beach and we're thinking about work. We go work and we're thinking about the beach. So be where you are, and that will take care of it. Is it easy? And the answer is no. This phone is our big distractor today. It will distract us on everything. And I'm saying it, these words may seem, oh, I'm not distracted. I'm distracted all the time. Yes, there are texts coming from clients, and yes, there are messages coming from our clients. But maybe with the family at that point, we can put the phone aside. And again, just because I'm saying that doesn't mean I do that. So you have to be very careful when you take the advice. Don't think the other person is a saint. They are not. But it's good advice for us. So every now and then you remember and say, okay, let me put it down for another minute or so at least. These reminders help us with that, right?
That's right.
And again, I'm the first one to admit I am guilty of it because I have a team of 20 people. Somebody's reaching me at different times and different things, and there are clients. And so is it an excuse, genuine excuse? The answer is yes. But can it be kept aside for 30 minutes? And the answer is absolutely yes. We put it down in the night also.
Absolutely. Even, I see Alka, with this kind of high pressure job she has, and she's running constantly
she's on
around.
Phone all the time.
She always has that smiling face. So you have to tell me, what do you think, and how should everybody else do it?
Well, I mean, I think, right now, everybody is really in a very immediate gratification society, right? So if we don't respond right away, everybody's like, hello, where are you? So you have to respond because everybody expects that response, that they are trusting us with the biggest asset of their lives. And we really appreciate that trust, and we want to make sure that we get back to you. At the same time, when we are with our family, it does take us a little while, and we tell our clients, if I can't get back to you right away, I'm doing something else, I will get back to you right away. But if I can, I respond right. Again, you have to have parameters.
Right, and it's also possible you're helping another client at that point.
Yeah.
So obviously you cannot help two people together at the same time. But all clients can be guaranteed that they'll get the call back and the answers will come as soon as possible. So I don't know if does that answer your question slightly?
It did, but I have too many questions. Looks like, every time we'll have to take few questions at a
absolutely.
time.
That's what we have for every week.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So we'll
yes.
definitely do that. I see this beautiful home in the background, so I want you guys to talk about it, and I'm sure it's in this week's featured listing.
Yes, so we planted that home purposely behind you. It's a beautiful custom-built home on a private street on Woodland Avenue. The home, as you can see, we have drone shots of it. It's a 5-bedroom home with 5 full baths. It has 2 half baths. It has a full finished basement. Look at the quality throughout. Look at the hardwood floors throughout. Look at the tiling throughout. The home is just absolutely gorgeous home.
It's like a French chalet and has a tennis court. It's a beautiful private setting on a cul-de-sac. Look at the Kofer ceilings.
Yeah,
in this
and
setting.
yes, tennis court is in the back too. I don't think we have a picture of that here, or maybe we do. But there's a tennis court in the back also. So the home is listed at $3.2 million.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
The home is listed at $3.2 million. It's on a cul-de-sac, private street, and it's nestled on 1.5 acres of absolutely beautiful property. And look at those pavers, and look at that parking lot, and a 4-car garage. So everything you need in a home is there in that home waiting for you. It also has what we call that the thing that goes up and down.
The dumb waiter.
The dumb waiter. So dumb waiter is something you cook in the kitchen, but you have a party in the basement. You
I
put that in the little elevator, and the food goes down in that elevator to serve you completely.
You can't even build this home at this price in
Right.
today's market. It is so expensive.
Yeah,
The
it's-
material is extremely
Right. And if you want to see that home, give us a call for a private
Showing.
We are happy to show it to you. The only request the seller has is qualified buyers only. And I'm sure when people call, they are qualified. So don't feel bad if we say, please provide proof of funds or qualification, because that's what the sellers have requested.
That's right. So if you're looking for that home or you want the tour, give us a call, 732-494-2211.
So this, like if somebody wants to go and see it, so do they have to call you first, and is it for the weekend only or
No.
weekdays
No,
only?
By
it's by
appointment
appointment. It's by appointment.
Okay,
yes,
so
yeah, yeah.
also weekdays appointments.
Yes, absolutely.
Anytime, yes. As long as we have enough notice to tell them that somebody is coming. Absolutely.
So today I have one question from one of our viewers, and that is from Gagan, and he's asking, what are the current trends in the New Jersey rental market? Are rental rates increasing or decreasing, and which type of properties are in high demand for rentals?
Okay.
So I don't know if he's asking as a rent. I'm sure he's asking as an investment property, right? The rentals are extremely high right now. The rents are high and the rental investment is high. So your return on investment is not so great because the prices have skyrocketed for a rental investment. And now it depends on what you're looking for in your rental portfolio. Are you looking somewhere to just park your money and say, you know what, I don't really need a rate of return, I just want to park my money,
Right.
and that's okay, then this market is good for you because you're not really looking for profit. But if you are looking for a profit, then this may not be the right time for you, depending on how much down you want to put down. Right?
So in any investment property at any given point, what's the cost and what's the return on it?
Yeah.
So, and the second question I think that Gagan may be asking, and that's my guess, is what will this market do? So if you buy an investment property in a high market like today, there is a possibility that this market will crash.
Right.
And if it goes down by 50,000, 100,000, then what? As long as you're a long-term investor, you will be okay because your rent is coming in. The rent will adjust up and down based on supply and demand also. But right now, we have not seen rents like this forever.
Yeah.
These rents are crazy. But then again, it's the price of the home also. Now, if you're going to put 5% down and take a mortgage at 7%, it may not make sense. The return, you may have to bring money from your pocket every month to cover your costs. However, you have all the money sitting in cash, giving you 1% in the bank. It may be a perfect time to buy even in a high market.
Right.
But this formula is true in any market for investments. You have to analyze what's my return, what's the value of my money on this investment, how long am I willing to hold it, am I doing it for the appreciation of the property, or am I doing it for the monthly rental? If I know it's going to appreciate, but it's going to cost me every month, am I okay? But nobody has a crystal ball. So we've given you everything, but we don't know the answer, what tomorrow will bring. Nobody knows the answer. Yeah. So you have to go with your comfort level. Don't do it because a friend said they bought an investment property and we should too.
Right.
It's not about who did what. Their finances may be different.
Yours.
Our finances may be different. His finances may be different. Her finances may be different. It's all different. So we have to be comfortable in what we are willing to accept and not say, oh my God, the market went down and this. No, you make the decision when you make the decision. Yeah. There's no right or wrong decision. You make it based on your comfort level today.
But make sure you are in it for the long term. I think those are key words. If you are not in it for the long term, in the last 3 years, what we have seen is that the market has increased at a very high rate. That's not normal for the real estate market. So we never know where the market is headed. We don't know if it's going to continue to increase in that. But if you're in the long term, you'll ride it out. If you're not in it for the long term, you may end up with a loss.
Right. And I think we said that last time. If you're buying a home and you're staying long term, there's nothing wrong in any market.
Right.
But if you're buying short term, don't do it. It's true in anything. Don't buy if you're doing short term. Your closing costs will not be recovered, and God forbid the market goes down, you have a double whammy at that point.
Yeah.
So, Sanjeev ji, I was just curious, even last time we were talking about how to become a realtor. So, my question to you this time is how to be part of On Track Realty team.
Very good question. So we have certain criteria for people to become part of our team. First, we want people to be full-time. See, part-time, you cannot really serve a client well. I shouldn't say part-time people cannot do the right job. It's just because they don't have time for training, they don't have time for meetings, and they don't have time for clients. So we don't want to hire part-time people. We want to make sure the service is wow. So first thing is, are you a full-time person? The second is, are you willing to treat this as a business? If you're not willing to treat this as a business, you will fail. The success formula is very simple. It's taking action every day on the basics. But if you don't do those every single day, you'll fail. So when you come to us, I will talk to you, I'll understand what you're looking for. And if you are willing to put the clients first, if you're willing to do it with honesty and integrity, chalega, it will be okay. We are not the right place at all. We will break the rules, not the right place at all. It amazes me when agents with my team will tell me, but this person is doing that. God bless them wherever they're doing that. On Track Realty is not for that at all. If you're looking for a huge company with 400, 500 people, we are not that either. We are 18 to 20 agents, and we don't want to be 100 people company. I mean, it may be, but it will be still given the same attention is what we want to give when we do it right. Your success is what we are looking for. So if you're looking for success, talk to us. It's a long-term thing. We'll make it happen for you.
Lastly, I know you guys have been talking about some cruise, and I have been hearing both of you talking about some ticket. So can you just talk about that?
There's a temple in Edison, Harirama Hare Krishna temple. They are doing a cruise, and we are getting some tickets from them. That we are saying we will give 2 free tickets in every show. All you have to do is send us an email to sanjeev@ontrackrealty.com or alka@ontrackrealty.com and just tell us that you want 2 free tickets and why do you want 2 free tickets. This cruise is for chanting. This cruise will have dinner, which is obviously vegetarian dinner, and you are in New York skyline enjoying from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. You have to be in Jersey City by 7, but 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. of the show. I think it will be fantastic. So come if you enjoy chanting. There is no purchase necessary. There is no obligation necessary. We will never reach out for you in email to sell you anything. So don't think we are collecting your information to sell you something later. Absolutely not. This is our thank you and saying, come enjoy chanting if you are a Krishna devotee.
Any last message you want to give out to our viewers?
I think that this is a very hot season. So for people who are, make sure that your furnace filters are changed. A lot of times people are saying that, you know what, they're not getting AC is not strong enough. Check your filter. A lot of times the filter is clogged, and that's why you're not getting
the airflow is limited at that point. Yes.
And if you are changing your filter on a regular basis, you do not need to get duct cleaning done. The duct cleaning companies will hate me for this, but as long as your filters are being changed on a regular basis, you do not need to get your duct cleaning done.
There are filters you change every month, but there are filters that are 3-month filters, 6-month filters. Just make sure you're checking them often to make sure they are okay, and then you're all good.
Yes. So make sure you do those things before you get scammed.
All right, I think we are done for this week, but definitely we will be back next week, same day, same time, and definitely our seasoned real estate professionals will have a different topic related to real estate. Once again, thank you so much, Alka, and thank you so much, Sanjeev ji, for being here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.